I'm Mike Morano reporting for DameWildcats.com and joined right now by our head men's soccer coach, Bobby McCall. And Coach, tough weekend for you guys. 4-3 double overtime loss, just a gut punch of a loss Saturday against Bridgeport, a game that I think you felt like you really controlled and probably deserved a better fate. What were your thoughts coming out of the game?
It was a tough one. It was definitely one of the hardest losses that we've had this season. Just a tough one to get over for a lot of reasons. Mainly just because we felt like it was a game we should have won. You know, in the first half when we were 1-0 up, we had plenty of opportunities to make it 2, 3, maybe even 4. Just really good opportunities inside their box that we didn't take. Came back to haunt us. The goals we conceded, I think, were preventable, and we're disappointed in those. And then drawing ourselves back to 3-3, taking it to overtime, again having plenty of chances to go and win it, not taking it, and then just switching off for a second and losing the game was a tough one to take. But the guys fought hard. Their attitude is great. We're in every game, so we're just trying to take the positives from every game that we play.
Yeah, I think, excuse me, guys showed some resiliency. You actually fell behind in the game twice, 2-1 and then 3-2, and battled back to tie it both times. Mm-hmm. So so that's some. If you're going to take a positive out of it, that would be one of them.
Yeah.
It was the fifth loss that you've had this season by 1 goal. 3 of those have come in conference play. So, just looking at the big picture, 4 games left on your schedule. 5-9 record overall, 1-5 in the league, but showing some signs here. 3-3 over the last 6 games, and again a lot of close games this season.
Yeah, I mean, I think without making excuses, our record, I don't think completely shows the progress that this team has made. I think on the field we've performed really well. Like you said, we've been in a lot of games. There's a lot of games that we've just kind of left out there that are we're disappointed with and we have regrets about. But the positive for me, just trying to keep the right perspective, is that we are competing with everybody that we play against. We should have won more, which is frustrating, but at the same time it's also encouraging. So we're just choosing to look at the positives. We got 4 games left, and we had a good meeting yesterday with the team. They're still fired up. They're still motivated. There's a lot for us still to play for. So we're looking forward to those last 4 games.
I know we've talked a lot about Noah Keem over the last couple of weeks, but I think it bears repeating. He's just been on a tear offensively. Yeah. 6 goals, 3 assists, so 15 points just in the last 6 games. And he leads the East Coast Conference as far as freshmen in scoring.
Yeah, he's been excellent, and he's been really consistent. I think that's the biggest reason that we keep bringing him up, is that you can't really ignore him right now. His overall performances have been good, but he also, as an attacking player, has an end product, whether it's goals, assists, or both. So, yeah, I've been really, really happy with him. I think he's finishing the season really, really well, and we're just really happy with him.
And kind of tag teaming with him up top, Finn Kruger has really Finn started out really strong and then had some games without any goals, and now he's scored in a couple of straight games as well. So another guy I want to talk to you about. Last week we were sitting in here and we were talking about Nicholas Ringdahl Bolin, and he doesn't have a lot of the stats that a lot of the other guys get, but that he might be your best player, and a little bit unheralded maybe. Another guy I want to ask you about that does have one stat line specifically that still might be a little bit unheralded is Anthony Capello, freshman midfielder for you. He's second in the league in assists with 6 this season. What have you seen from Anthony this year?
Yeah, he's started, I think, every game as a freshman, which on its own is a huge accomplishment. But to be second in assists and giving us, not just good performances, but similar to Noah, he has an end product, and for him, it's putting other guys in good positions to score. He's been fantastic. I've known Anthony for a while, coached him at a camp a couple of years ago when I was on the women's side, and just didn't forget about him, and I'm glad we didn't. I'm glad we could get him here because he's been absolutely superb, and I think he's only going to get better. Like a lot of our team are. But
he's a little guy, so you his diminutive stature almost just plays into the fact that he's a little bit unheralded. I think when teams look at him, you're not expecting him to maybe be as good as he is.
Yeah, and I think teams probably overlook him, underestimate him, but his ability on the ball is right up there with anyone we have on our team. He's just so good on the ball. He's so comfortable with it. His decision making and understanding of the game is right up there too. So yeah, he's been fantastic.
31 goals on the season now. That's second in the league. First time for Damon to be over the 30 goal mark since 2011. So, again, your team continues to produce offensively, and it bears repeating. 28 of those 31 goals scored by freshmen. Just looking ahead to this week, a couple of big league games on the schedule. You go to Queens on Wednesday and then host District of Columbia. Both teams are fighting for playoff position. Queens will come in with a 5-5-2 overall record, 2-2-2 in the league, in sixth place. So they definitely have something to play for. They're trying to jump over teams to get into the top four. District of Columbia team for Saturday that's regionally ranked. They'll come in at or they'll enter the week anyway at 10-4 and 4-2 in the league. They're trying to hold one of those top four spots. So what are the challenges for this week?
Yeah, two difficult games. Queens away is always difficult to travel, but particularly to Queens, it's a tighter field. They're very good at home. You saw that they tied with LIU Post 1-1. So it's a very difficult place to play. So we're expecting a tough game. They're obviously still fighting for something, like you said. I think everybody really in the conference is still fighting for something. It's so tight. So we don't expect any easy games. They got a couple of good players. They got a new coach, so it's going to be interesting to see, how they're going to play and if they're going to be different from how they have been in the past. UDC have been right up there at the top all the way along. Had a tough game this weekend where they've lost 4-3 in overtime to LIU Post, who are, I think, the top team in our conference. They're going to be good. I think both games are going to be difficult, but like I said, our guys are motivated. And I think despite us, losing some close games recently, the guys have a belief that we can play with anyone. They've shown that already. So we're just hoping we can transfer good performances into some results.
Another storyline going into Saturday's game. It'll be the last home game for four-year seniors: Logan Podrebaric, Alex Reed, Ross Stewart, and Shaquille Karika. Some different stories there. Guys that have been here different amounts of time. I know you haven't been here for some of them for their full careers, but I wonder if you might just talk about what those four guys have meant to the program.
Yeah, I mean, as a senior group, there's probably been a little bit more pressure and a little bit more expectation on them than maybe a normal senior class, because we have 22, 24 freshmen, whatever it is. So we have so many young players that there's been a lot of expectation on those seniors to kind of lead on and off the field, and they've done a great job. It is a very different group. We got guys who have redshirted. We got Ross who's come in and he's only been here for 1 year, but all of them have contributed this year, and some of them that played last year contributed heavily, and we're going to miss them. We're just hoping that we can give them a good send off towards the end of the season here, pick up some good wins, and especially on Saturday on Senior Day, make that a special occasion for them and mark it with a win.
Well, as always, we'll have you covered at home with all the information that you need at DamonWildcats.com. And, Coach, we wish you the best of luck this week.
Thank you.